Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and it's time for Pick a Stack Wednesday. Best day of the week. You made it through another week. Not everybody has. A lot of people are giving up. They don't feel strong enough to deal with whatever's happening in the world. Here's my take on it. Don't worry about what's going on out there. Right now, we're supposed to be worrying about what's going on in here. And not even worrying about it, just working on it. Whatever's going on out there in that 3D world, don't let it get to you. Don't deal with it. We're in this mode right now where it doesn't matter. Because, is that where you're going? Is that where you want to stay? It's not where I want to stay. I'm going to keep raising my frequency as high as possible. In my mind, I always say as high as this human body can possibly take. Let's raise this frequency as high as this body can handle. Because that world is so much better than this 3D one. And everything that's going on out there is just a distraction. It's to distract you from working on yourself and your connection to God, Creator, Source, Great Spirit. That's what's most important right now, is that connection. They've spent centuries working on disconnecting us or discouraging us to make that connection or continue that connection. And your job is to say, no. Read between the lines. I can't do that with something in my hand. Read between the lines. Your job is to be and to work on this connection. Okay? That's it. A lot of people have come to me in the last few weeks saying, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be working on this connection. So if that means meditating, great, do that. If it means taking a long hot bath and just working on that connection, then do that. If it means going for a walk or sitting outside underneath your favorite tree and working on it, then do that. If it means getting a healing, a massage, a reading, then do that. That's what we're supposed to be working on. Oh, if it means smudging, then do that. I highly encourage everybody to be smudging. Let's get rid of those low frequency energies in and around ourselves, our space, our homes, our offices, our vehicles, our garages. Somebody I know just bought an old vehicle today, 60 years old. And I said, you're smudging that before you put it in your garage, right? That's 60 plus years, because, if the car is 60 years old, that means they were working on it the year before. So 60 plus years of other energies, not yours. Don't put that in your garage. We'll see if he actually does it. When you go to a vintage shop, an antique shop, a thrift shop, you better be smudging that stuff before you bring it in your house. And then you better smudge your vehicle after you take all that stuff out. Because again, you've got other people's energies attached to whatever it is you just bought, or if you got something for free. I know, I used to hit garage sales all the time, and stuff came home with me. Spirits came home with me. Yucky energies came home with me. It was in my home, in my vehicle, in my shop, trying to attach to me. Yeah, not gonna happen. If you can't smudge before you get it in your vehicle, at least smudge it before you get it into your house. Okay? So, if you're new to Pick a Stack, this is what we do here. I offer little gems to start with, and then throughout. And then I do a reading on 3 stacks. That's why we call it Pick a Stack. Each stack today is a crystal and a deck. stack number 1 is going to be the Tarot of Dragons. Stack number 2 is going to be the Spirit Song Tarot. And stack number 3 is going to be the Medicine Cards Oracle deck. It's basically animal cards. So you think of your idea, issue, or question pertaining to yourself, your loved ones, your community, or the world, or whatever. And then choose a stack, choose 2 stacks, choose all 3 stacks. Just listen to the whole video. You know, you can be doing something else and listening to the video. You never know, there might be something in stack 3 and you chose stack 1. Plus I do a blessing at the end. And who doesn't want that? Especially these days. All right, should we get started? I have to shift just a little bit. Oh, I had a massage yesterday, so I'm really sore today. She did a good job. Woo. Okay, if you chose stack number 1, you're going to get a reading from the Tarot of Dragons. Now, this is by Sean Mackenzie, and the reason we have the dragons here today is because a really good soul sister just had a baby, and he is a little green dragon. Oh my gosh, his dragon energy is so strong. And even though his little human body would be, you know, nestled up in my arms, his dragon self was flying all over the place. It was so cool. And he looks like a little dragon too. You gotta love it. The kids that are coming in, they're not even hiding the type of beings that they are. They look like fairies, they look like old men, they look like dragons, they look like unicorns. Yeah, it's fabulous because they are coming here to raise the frequency, not to fix things. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, you old people, you broke everything and you poisoned the earth and all that. And it's like, it's actually not the humans that did that. It's the stuff that's attached to the humans. So y'all need to cut that out. All you're doing is bringing more negative energy up. And that's not helpful. We need to focus on the positive. Instead of focusing on the negative aspect, flip that around and focus on the positive. Here's the situation. This needs to be cleaned up. So clean it up. My little dog Angus and I go for walks in the mornings, and we hit the public trail. And once about every week and a half, I take a garbage bag and I pick up the garbage along the way. I only have to do it about every week and a half because there's not really that much, which is nice. But I pick it up along Main Street, and then I pick it up along the trail. And, you know, when people say, well, what are you doing about it? I'm keeping my little corner of the world clean and smudged and full of high frequency crystals. That's all we need to be doing, is our own little corner of the world. Don't worry about the rest of the world, okay? If you want to worry about the rest of the world, then pray that the people over in the rest of the world are cleaning up their little corners. All right, dragons. What do we need to know today? I'm feeling multiple cards. What do we need to know today, dragons? For stack number 1, that's going to be, is it just 2? It's just 2. All right. So let's start with your stone. Today, stack number 1 has green leopard jasper. Green leopard jasper. This one's got greens in it, like sage green, and then there's a bunch of tans and browns and a little bit of white. There's a little bit of white right there. Now, this is associated with vitality and strength. Jaspers are very grounding as well. They can bring harmony. So really good stone to have in the bedroom if you're in a relationship, in a meeting room, at work, in your vehicle. This is also called the Jaguar Stone. So it's believed to carry healing energies and is connected with shamanism, helping you to discover personal animal totems. So if you are wanting to, or you're working on your animal spirit guides, this is a really good stone to work with. Put it on your heart, put it on your third eye, meditate, call in your, people often ask me, well, what's my animal spirit guide? What's my animal totem? You don't usually just have one. So ask the one that you need right now to come forward. Don't ask for one to come forward. Ask for the one that you need now. Today's Wednesday, the last 3 mornings, when Angus and I have gone for a walk, I've been talking to the trees and the plants, and I'm sending healing energies out. And this rabbit has been on the trail in the same spot each of 3 mornings. And the first morning I was picking mullein leaves. Mullein is really good for the lungs. Okay, so I'm going to dry these leaves and I'm going to make tea. And so this rabbit starts telling me to pick these leaves over here, pick these leaves over here. Okay, now also the rabbit, as a spirit animal guide, which I have a rabbit, says, don't be afraid. And the fact that this rabbit's been there each of 3 mornings and stays next to the trail as my dog and I are walking by. I mean, talk about no fear. That little rabbit absolutely has no fear for us. And we don't pose a threat anyway. We're just walking. So if you're wondering what animal spirit guide or animal totem you need right now, you can work with this stone and ask them to come forward. If you don't see visions or it doesn't come in a dream, then ask for it to show itself in this 3D reality. But then you have to pay attention. I know, it's hard. You have to pay attention. It could be an animal on the back of that semi that you're driving behind. It could be that animal that is on somebody's hoodie that comes into your office, or when you're at the grocery store. If you see it multiple times, that's your spirit guides going, hey, hello, bunny rabbit. So this stone can be very helpful in helping us communicate with our spirit animal guides and having them. It's not that they need help presenting themselves to us. We need help in acknowledging them. And it's always us, okay? Because we're not that observant, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got 2 cards from this Tarot of Dragons. And so we've got the 5 of Pentacles. Now, in other decks, the 5 of Pentacles a lot of times is 2 beings outside of a church, and it's cold, and they look poor, destitute, and they're outside of the church. They're outside of something. Like the church represents, affluence, because churches, I'm sorry, but they're full of gold and silver and stained glass windows, and there's poor people outside who don't have enough money for food. See what I'm saying? But in this deck, we've got 2 green dragons. We've got pentacles hanging in the trees. We've got an eagle flying overhead. We've got a stag. We've got a fox. So we've got these animals. Now, what's interesting is there's a fog in the area that they're walking. I'm going to show you the card. Sorry about the glare. There's this fog, and the trees are bare. You see the trees are bare except for the pentacles. So I would say the pentacles are like the fruit. So this is the end of the season. We're going to come up on winter. And they're walking. Their legs are making motions of walking. They're walking past these pentacles. And what my guides said is money isn't everything. The pentacles are hanging on the trees. But these animals are saying money's not everything. Sometimes you just need a nice warm cave, a fire, family, companionship. And these dragons have scars on them, like they've been fighting. So your first card says money isn't everything. Remember, we have the stone for the animal spirit guides. Money isn't everything, but then we've got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Air, or the Queen of Change. The change is coming. And she's cracked open this egg, and butterflies came out. All these blue butterflies came out. Butterflies represent change. So there's a change coming for you. It's big. And you're supposed to remember, no fear, and money isn't everything. And to me, faith is everything. You need to know how blessed you are. You need to know how guided, guarded, and protected you are from the other side. Talk to your ancestors, your angels and archangels who live in the light. Talk to God, Creator, Source, Great Spirit. Talk to Archangel Michael. Talk to Yeshua. Talk to whoever resonates with you on that higher plane. That faith is way, way, way more important than money. Animal spirit guides, your spirit guides. Talk to all of them. We got to have our faith right now, because this 3D world is crumbling. It's falling apart as it is supposed to. Okay, it's been foretold. It's been prophesied. It's going to fall apart. Let it. Don't resist. If you resist, it only makes it more painful. And remember, money isn't everything. Family, faith, compassion, forgiveness. Yeah, that's a really hard one for people. And you're just going to have to get over it, because there's hard times coming. There's big changes coming. And if you can't feel it, pull your head out from under the sand or wherever it is, because there's big changes happening right now. And I'm not talking in the 3D world, okay? I'm talking energetically. All right, that was stack number 1. Let's just do a quick Saint Germain Lemurian crystal singing bell. Clear that energy. And let's go to stack number 2 and the Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. What do our people need to know, you guys? Spirit guides. Scream for that one, and I feel like one more. That one. Okay. Before we get started with the cards, we have serpentine for our stone. Serpentine is a lovely green. It can be a mottled cream, yellow, a light green, all the way to a dark green. This one's mostly kind of a, I want to say yellowish green, but just a little bit of yellow. And it's shaped like a heart. And serpentine is called that because it resembles the skin of a snake. It's beneficial, it's versatile, it's considered an exceptional meditation stone. It's also really good for the heart. It helps you find inner peace, emotional cleansing. It helps with psychic powers, attracting love and money. It's also used to help with the Kundalini. It balances mood swings. Encourages the ability to solve conflicts by peaceful means. It's also good for kidney issues, stomach issues, relaxing cramps, and menstrual issues. One of the things that I've discovered is that there's a lot of kidney, gallbladder, pancreas, liver issues going on, a lot of digestion issues going on. You guys, use natural healing methods, use crystals, massage, acupuncture, any of those natural things, teas. In fact, I was just collecting goldenrod from my yard Sunday afternoon. Goldenrod is really good for kidney issues. So drink the teas, carry the crystals, meditate, help with that digestion, okay? Baking soda, lemon juice, water, awesome to clear everything out. Try to find those natural methods, okay? Because otherwise you end up in icky places and you don't want to go there. All right. We're not doing reversals today. We've got the 3 of feathers or the 3 of air. That is represented by a moth. We have the 5 of feathers or the 5 of air, represented by the armadillo. And we've got the star, which is represented by the swan. Now, the moth represents change, just like the butterfly does. The moth is also attracted to the flame, the fire, the sun, the light. Okay, what I was talking about at the end of stack number 1, we need to work on ourselves. This is also work on ourselves. The armadillo has that armor. Protection, protect yourself. So this is saying work with the light through change, and make sure you're protecting yourself. This swan, which is the star, it's a major arcana card. Major arcanas carry more weight. We call them messages from the universe. Normally in other decks, it's represented by a woman. She's got 2 vessels. She's pouring water on the land and water in the water. In this deck, it's represented by a swan, also in the water. This is being gentle with yourself, but also abundance and prosperity coming in. So make sure you're working with the light. Make sure you're protecting yourself. Also be gentle with yourself. There's so much going on. Remember earlier I said the rabbit kept appearing. Rabbit saying, don't worry, don't be afraid. Well, think about this beautiful swan just, floating or swimming in the water. Are they worried? Probably not. The moth? Is he worried? No. Armadillos kind of seem like they worry a little bit, but this one's not so much. They know they're protected. You need to remember that you're protected. You need to put out the intention that you are protected. You are guided, guarded, and protected, and everything is easy, graceful, blissful. Okay? I was working with my friend who just had the baby, and I kept saying, make your mantra be, birth is easy, graceful, blissful. We are healthy. My baby and I are healthy, and the birth is easy, graceful, blissful. She pushed for 30 minutes, and boom. We were all sending energies. It just shows a lot of it's up here. If you think something's going to be hard, then it's hard. If you think it's going to be easy, then it's easy. Be gentle with yourself. Abundance is coming. Work with the light. Know you're protected. Put that intention out there that you are protected. And you can use serpentine to help balance out those mood swings and help with your organs, your lower organs. So that is stack number 2. Cleanse the area a little bit. Oh, it just feels glorious. And I wish you could smell the way my shop smells right now, because I just, before I did the video, I smudged with Palo Santo, which is my favorite. And it just smells so good in here. I love Palo Santo. Let's do it this way. Stack number 3 is going to be a reading from the Medicine Card Oracle deck. That is by Jamie Sams. I don't actually have the box that came in, because way back in the day I was like, I don't need to keep the box, and I threw it away. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. This one? Okay. No. Okay. Which one is it this one? No, it's this one. Okay. I kept trying to turn it over, and they're like, no, it's the one next to it. Okay. So let's start with the crystal. Your crystal in stack number 3 is citrine. And this citrine, go in front of my face. There we go. This citrine has kind of a brownish tint to it. It almost looks like smoky quartz. This is the stone of the mind. It is all about abundance and prosperity. It is about healing. Ancient cultures believed that placing a citrine on the forehead of an elder would increase their power. G on the forehead with the third eye. It is known as the merchant's stone. So if you have a business, put one of these where your money is. Maybe if you have a checkbook, put one of these on top of the checkbook. Or if you have like the bank bag, put one in the bank bag. If you have a cash register, put one in the, I always put it in the 20s, because let's increase those. You can have one in your purse. But put it where if you have a bank where you just put all your change, put a citrine in there. It can also help to increase self-esteem, self-worth. It resonates with down here. So solar plexus, which is your self-worth, self-esteem, helps with depression, bringing in peace and calm. It also, like the serpentine, is good for digestion and these lower organs. Purification, cleansing, detox. So that would be the kind of stone where if you're going to carry it, you would want it in like a pants pocket. All right, let's move on to the card. You got card number 16. 1 + 6 is 7. 7 means you're on the right path. And you get the Raven. The Raven. This is not the first time the Raven has come up in the last couple days. The Raven is all about magic. Now, it depends on what indigenous culture you're dealing with too. So, for example, the Alaskan indigenous peoples believe that, the Raven is very powerful, but the Lakota believe he's more of a trickster He tricked the people into coming out of out of Mother Earth, out of the cave. So different cultures see them differently. Raven is usually in Alaskan totem poles. The raven is usually at the top or near the top so that he can look down and watch what everybody's doing. He's the bringer of magic. He's the bringer of, either the bringer of or the hider of the moon. They've done all these studies with crows and ravens. Oh, they're so smart. They'll bring you things. You can train them. And it's like, you don't need to train them. You just need to work with them on their level. Because a lot of them are really smart. Maybe humans, not so much. So some people fear the raven because they've been dabbling in areas in which they have no knowledge. And so they might think they should be afraid of the raven when it appears, whether it's in visions or whatever. And it's like, if you're doing some dark magic, yeah, you probably should be afraid of the raven because he's going to come and kick your butt. The good side of the raven, when you are doing good things, you're doing good magic or white magic or whatever you want to call it, the raven will work with you, will teach you, will not assist you like they're less than us, but assist you in teaching at the same level. Raven magic is very powerful medicine that can give you courage to enter the darkness of the void. Great Spirit existed before all other things came into being, and Great Spirit lives inside the void. Raven is the messenger of the void. So if you want to gain information, knowledge, wisdom, working with Raven would be a really good idea. If Raven appears, you may be about to experience a change in your consciousness. In other words, wake the up, please. Man, we could have been done with this a long time ago, but whatever out there is saying, no, we need more people to wake up. Wake up, okay? The rest of us are tired of waiting. I know I shouldn't say that. So if you chose stack number 3, this is all about a change in consciousness. Now, that change in consciousness is usually brought about by something big. It could be a surgery. It could be an accident. It could be somebody smacking you upside the head, like literally, physically smacking you upside the head. It could be losing a job or a home. It could be losing a relationship. Something that jolts you out of this comatose state that you've been in. And that, talk to the raven and go, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Help me. Help me with what I need to do. Help me wake up. So one of the things this book talks about, because, there's quite a bit here, is how the raven is black. And black is the color of the void because it's void of color. But the color black can mean the seeking of answers. The blue-black of raven contains an iridescence that speaks of the magic of darkness and a changeability of form and shape that brings an awakening in the process. So again, this change in consciousness, an awakening. The citrine is all about the healing and this abundance coming in. The raven is all about this change. Now, if you can't feel the big change that's coming, like I said earlier, pull your head out of the sand because there's a big change coming, and the last thing you should be doing is resisting. Okay? That spirit rabbit said, no fear. So don't be afraid of whatever's coming. If you are right with the light, you'll be fine. Faith is everything. Figure out which side you're on. Are you on the side of light or dark? Because we live in this polarized world. Light, dark. You can say good, evil, whatever, but it's literally the light versus the dark. I'll tell you right now, I'm on the side of light. I know. You wouldn't have guessed that. Have faith. Don't be afraid. Stop living in fear. You have nothing to fear. And anyway, what is fear? That. It's made up BS. Okay? You see, there's something that's attached to you that wants you to live in fear because it feeds off of your low frequency energy, or it's been feeding off of you for years and it just keeps you in fear because you are a living buffet. Time to stop that. Yeah. Let go of that fear. Just, you know what? Flip it around. Anytime you're afraid of something, flip it around. Oh no, what if this happens? Okay, flip that around. Oh, yay. What if this happens? Let's go with the second one because it's way more fun. You know, what if I win the lottery? What if I lose 20 pounds? What if I find the perfect soulmate for me? The perfect house? What if miracles happen to me? Go with that. That's way more fun than, oh, what if this happens? What if I get in an accident? What if my kid falls down? Stop, because you're literally manifesting those negative things. Stop. This change that's coming, you are ready for it. We're all ready for the changes that come to us. We are. It's just we don't know it. So you're ready for the change. The change is coming. This is an awakening of your consciousness. It's time to wake the up. Okay? And that's what that raven is saying. He's going to bring you a message. Your job is to pay attention. I said that earlier. Your job is to pay attention and just be. And stop being afraid. Everything's going to be fine. Find your faith. Okay? That was stack number 3. Know you're blessed. Know you are a miracle and you attract more miracles. Stop worrying. It's not worth it. You know what? I could lose everything I have and I know I'd still be okay and I can start over again. I've already started over 3 times. I can do it again. You have lots of people who care about you. You're not alone. And there's people that care about you in this 3D world, and there's people that care about you in a higher D. You got this. I send you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things because I know you're worthy and I know you deserve them all. Now you got to know. Get in receive mode. Receive all the good things. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys. You're the reason I do what I do. Have a blessed day. Mwah. Namaste.